you do that? How did you just make a good video out of nowhere? Like, how are you all of a sudden posting really well put together content? And my answer to the people that really know you and grew up with you and raised you have literally seen you slip in your own shit so many times that they do not see the greatness in you. They do not see where you're going in life. So basically every Saturday, every Friday, maybe on a Sunday, I usually leave it for the end of the week or the very, very beginning of the week. But I essentially, intentionally, am about to pull an all-nighter, and we're going to be vlogging our way through it. And the whole purpose of the all-nighter is to maximize the amount of productivity, and also because I can do whatever I want, whenever I want. I sleep very well, and I get very good rest in every single night. So once a week, I can definitely afford to just pull an all-nighter and get the absolute most out of myself. Now, I highly encourage everybody to go and do their own research on this sort of stuff before they make these sort of decisions, because you have to be healthy about it. But basically, it's like just past midnight right now, which means it's the beginning of the nighttime, which means it's the beginning of the all-nighter, which means I need to put energy into my body if I'm going to make it through the next 8 to 10 hours without sleeping. Like, I know I am, because I do this all the time, but I'm just explaining the process. But yeah, down to the kitchen we go. Shit, we're recording. My phone does that. You like wave your hand a certain way or something, it starts recording, and I've never figured out what the actual motion is, but I accidentally do it like all the time. But anyway, hold up. Got a bologna sandwich. This is just a sandwich until my ramen, because that's what we're cooking up right now. We're gonna make some amazing Japanese branded, pre-made fucking powdered ramen shit, and it's gonna be fucking good. So the beauty of having more than one stream of income is when you're ready to like expand on that, you have all of the time in the world. Hey puppies. What was I saying? But yeah. Alright, so as it stands, I have about 6 or 7 streams of income. So Aish, Facebook Marketplace, and then my investment portfolio. And my investment portfolio is generating money 4 or 5 different ways. So now I can be picky and choosy about where I want my money to come from and how I want to occupy my time and how I want to invest my time. I don't just take whatever's in front of me. It's a legitimate choice of options now. So my options are fucking anything, to be clear. Like, I could go any direction I want. But what seems to be immediate right in front of me is becoming a YouTube SEO specialist on Fiverr or Upwork and starting freelancing for that. And then day trading, Forex trading, which would be super awesome. You're just flipping money into more money, which is exactly what Facebook Marketplace is, except you're doing that on the live market instead of selling consumer goods. And then the other way that I could generate a 7th or 8th stream of income is from starting a clothing brand again. Now, I don't remember how many of you have been around since my apparel days when I had my clothing brand for mental health, but everything was actually going pretty good for that up until my supplier lost all my product in their warehouse and put me out of business. But I have a lot more capital to work with now, and things are just a lot easier in general in my life for every single avenue, because I'm not just taking what's been given to me. Now I'm searching out for what I want, not what I can get. And I think for the purpose of not just this vlog, but for the purpose of moving forward with the lightest workload possible, I'm gonna go with day trading. At the beginning of this video, when I first started recording, I was even wanting to start a clothing brand again, but I just, like, the setup is easy, launching the website is easy, picking the products is easy, getting the logo is easy. It's all easy until your business scales, and then all of a sudden you need to hire employees, you need an HR department, there's legalities, shit just gets in the way. You can't, like, that's not what I want to deal with. I want to be a solo entrepreneur. I don't want to fucking end up with a job and end up working for a business that, even if it's my own business, I don't want to end up working for a business where there's employees. So you can make way more money day trading way faster with a one-person workload and never have to hire an employee in the lifespan of your business as a day trader. And also, just a fun fact, if I was to do freelancing, I would have to pay taxes and fees to Fiverr for freelancing in the first place. And then if I started a clothing brand, I would have to pay taxes on a sole proprietorship business. And then if I hired even one employee, I'd have to go incorporation and then have to pay taxes for a corporation. And taxes on corporations are a lot higher than taxes on just individual people. So with day trading, I can increase my income, stay a one-person business, not pay any, like, when let's say I make $100,000 from day trading, I only have to pay taxes on $50,000 out of the $100,000. You only owe for half of what you made. They can only take taxes off of half of what you made. The other half is completely fucking yours. So that's why I'm interested in day trading. But yeah, I don't know, guys. Like, can't just, I shouldn't say you, like, because this isn't advice to you. This is just me speaking on behalf of myself. But I don't take the option just because in that immediate time it's gonna work and it's gonna get me money. I know I can generate money from multiple different. Now it's about, do I fucking want to do this, and is this sustainable in the long run? Having a clothing brand is not sustainable for me. I have mental health issues. I'll go fucking insane if I have to fucking take care of a bunch of people. And freelancing, you're only as good as your last job, so you're always chasing work. You're always putting yourself out there. You're always trying to get the next client. And that's also something I'm not interested in. Alright, so what a lot of people on Facebook and YouTube don't realize or don't know about me is I have been a vlogger for the past 6 or 7 years on Instagram, pretty much exclusively, doing long form content on my stories, getting all my practice in, which brings me to my next point. Since posting my vlogs on YouTube and Facebook, the number one question has been, how did you do that? How did you just make a good video out of nowhere? Like, how are you all of a sudden posting really well put together content? And my answer to that is YouTube. Everything, and I mean everything, that I learn is on YouTube. I learned digital marketing on YouTube. I learned videography on YouTube. I learned how to be a personal chef when I did that on YouTube. I learned how to invest and how to get 5-6 streams of income from YouTube. I learned how to start my Facebook Marketplace store from YouTube. I learned about minimalism on YouTube. The reason why I wear the same black t-shirt every day is because of YouTube, because of the minimalists that I follow. Every last bit, like every piece of me is because of YouTube and because of where it's led me in my education. YouTube has led me to Coursera. It's led me to Udemy. It's led me to Google's education program. It's led me to the University of California, which I'm currently attending through Coursera. And that was all because of YouTube. I think the number one thing people should be doing, especially if you're like breaching the number 30, like age 30, or if you're just over 30, is you need to double down on your learning. You need to double down on expanding yourself. You need to double down on self-education, because nothing answers more questions for you in life than just learning shit on your own. Now I'm going to ask Chat GBT here a question, but I'm pretty sure I already know the answer, but I just want to like know for sure. So what is the percentage of people who use YouTube for entertainment versus education? 78% of YouTube users use YouTube for entertainment, to relax, to de-stress, which I think is hilarious. And it says 18% use YouTube for education. Now, when you fucking click on an educational video on YouTube about any topic that you want to learn about, it still has millions and hundreds of thousands of views, which means that of that 18%, is still millions of people that you're in a community with. And that means that there are tons of people to connect with to really bring you to the place you need to be in life. The person you need is not your mom, it's not your dad, it's not your favorite aunt, it's not the best cousin out of all your cousins. The people that really know you and grew up with you and raised you have literally seen you slip in your own shit so many times that they do not see the greatness in you. They do not see where you're going in life. But the people that you connect with on the internet that are on the same path as you, that are self-educating every day and studying and bringing in income and supporting themselves and unplugging themselves from the matrix, all with the power of basically YouTube, those are your people, and you will find those people. I've only found a couple, and I've been up to this for years, but I keep a tight circle. But I'm really making an effort on LinkedIn lately to actually meet other solopreneurs. But yeah. So we're going to separate the words narrative and reputation. The difference between your narrative and your reputation is your reputation is based on, I'd say, lies, deception, enviousness, and rumors. Those are the things that drive your reputation. So, with that being said, anybody can have a salty reputation with at least a few people. You know what I mean? But your narrative is like your typical habits, who you really are, like what drives you, what lights you up, and stuff. So don't let your reputation get in the way of your narrative, because your narrative is who you really are, and your reputation is based on a few things that you may or may not have actually done, but they don't truly represent who you are and your levels of compassion and what you have to offer to the world. What you have to offer to the world is much more based on your narrative, based on Do you open the door for people in public randomly? Do you say hi to a random stranger? If you're gassing up your car and you make random eye contact with the other person gassing up your car, do you look away awkwardly and be weird? Or do you just wave and say what's up? Because you never know if somebody needs just a little pick-me-up throughout the day, right? That's your narrative. So now that we got that out of the way, this is something I do. This is something I've been doing for a long time. I let my narrative drive my daily habits in terms of my learning, my progress, my work, my income, my investments, everything. And I do this because I have a bad high school reputation within my town, within the people that I grew up with. Like a lot of people, just like in my town where I'm from, when they hear the name Josh Boyd, they think of a stoner, somebody that drinks alcohol, somebody that experiments with drugs, somebody that likes to go to house parties and rumble things up and cause a ruckus, somebody that's just like way too high energy at the wrong times and stuff. And there's a ton of stuff that I have a bad reputation for that hasn't actually been a part of me for literally over a decade. But it affects me in the way that people just perceive me differently. And especially now that I'm being more open about who I really am and who I've progressed to be on Facebook and making these long videos, I'm making it evidently clear that I am not that person anymore and that I don't do those things anymore. And hopefully that comes through, and hopefully people ride with me in the end and go like, holy shit, proud of you, bro. But I'm not sitting here waiting for that. And when you're venturing on YouTube and finding yourself and finding your community, you shouldn't be worried about any of that shit. The number one goal here, the number one thing that we're all working towards when it comes to self-help and when it comes to improving ourselves is just making sure that today went better than yesterday. That's it. All right, so I said I'd vlog myself working, which I did because the work is the video. Little did you know. And the rest of the work is editing the video, which is going to take me at least 3 hours to put this video together. And it's already 4 a.m, which means I have to end vlogging right here, right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you found any value out of this, I'd really appreciate a comment, a like, a share, a subscribe. And I don't do call to actions in my videos anymore because I find them corny. I save them for the very, very end. But if you made it this far, you have at least 1 or 2 thoughts that you could share. And sharing that in my comments really helps out the algorithm. 1 comment can push me to 5 to 20 to 30 more people to leave me another comment to push me to 5 to 10 to 20 to 30 people, and so on. So with that being said, peace.